This is ABC 15 Arizona at 6.
Now at 6, monsoon aftermath.
And these storms leaving a mess across Arizona. Check out this new video in eerie perspective of what it looked like as a microburst hit near Mesa. This was on State Route 87. The debris left behind shut down the highway.
It was almost like a tornado or something.
Winds upwards of 80 miles per hour, blasted windows, sending glass shards flying inside this business.
Everybody was racing to get home because it just came on so fast.
This community in Gilbert, one of many, littered with debris tonight after these storms tore up parts of homes.
And all across the valley, many woke up to downed trees, including this close call.
You see trees falling all the time, right? But you don't see one of these things coming through your backyard.
And as the cleanup begins, the monsoon isn't over.
No, it's not. We have more storm chances on the way this week. That's why we're bringing you monsoon team coverage, tracking the storm threat and also sharing stories in communities across Arizona.
We start in the high country, though, where Coconino County leaders are asking the governor to make a second emergency declaration.
Happening tonight, Phoenix community members will meet with the Department of Justice investigators. ABC 15's Zach Crenshaw taking a closer look at the ongoing Phoenix police probe. Well, right now, safety upgrades are being added to what some call the most dangerous highway in the country. That's US 93. It's the main highway between Phoenix and Las Vegas. The ABC 15 investigators have been telling you for more than a year about the increase in crashes and deaths along the two-lane intersections. That's just northwest of Wickenburg. Well, now crews are installing rumble strips, and the work runs through early August. Expect overnight lane restrictions on weekdays, but no restrictions on the weekends. All new at 6, do you know where your water comes from?
Yeah, well, a lot of us take turning on the tap for granted. Where your city gets the water could have a real effect on the availability and affordability of water as Arizona's drought stretches on.
Back-to-back nights of storms have many cleaning up from the monsoon, and that really leaves the door open for scammers.
The Let Joe Know team has 3 easy tips to protect your money. So tip 1, be careful with online ads. By law, contractors must show their license number in ads or state that they're unlicensed.
And tip 2, don't pay large amounts of money up front and pay on a credit card if you can. That way you can get your money back in case you're scammed.
Yeah, and tip 3, check with your homeowner's insurance. They often have a list of go-to contractors and can help you understand what's covered and what you'll need to pay out of pocket for. We are learning more coming up about a deadly shooting at a mall in Indiana, including new details about that suspect.
And we want to make sure your voice is heard in the upcoming primary election. The upcoming deadlines you need to know about.
This is ABC 15 Arizona at 6:30.
Your voice, your vote. Why some voters in Pinal County are getting a new ballot ahead of the primary election.
As COVID hospitalizations rise across the U.S., a look at how Arizona hospitals are doing as the most contagious variant yet continues to spread.
Oh, shots fired!
What a new report is revealing about police's response to Uvalde mass shooting that killed 19 students and 2 teachers.
Our big story of the night, monsoon cleanup as some parts of the valley saw winds upwards of 80 miles per hour last night. Good evening. I'm Javier Soto.
And I'm Christine Stanwood. Thank you for joining us here. Now, the East Valley was one of the hardest hit places. Take a look here. This is video of a mobile home that was destroyed by a microburst. As you can see, there is nothing left but piles of rubble with debris scattered across the property and road.
Our Monsoon 2022 team coverage continues now as we track the cleanup all across the valley. Let's start with Cameron Pullum, who is in Mesa, where we saw some of the strongest winds last night.
And that is good news. Nearly 3,000 people, though, are still without electricity, down from about 72,000 last night. Eloy was one of the cities hit the hardest. Our Cliff Castle chopper flew over this community where there are still lots of down power lines and one road closed indefinitely. ABC 15 reporter Mark Phillips says crews are operating nonstop in order to repair this damage.
Make sure you include the SRP customer's name, address, and a receipt for that ice.
And you have to think of all of those people that are going hours without that power, how hot those temperatures are. Chief Meteorologist Amber Solon's joining us now. Amber, you're still tracking storms across parts of Arizona right now, in addition to this extreme heat.
Yeah, temperatures are going to be sizzling throughout the rest of the week.
Your voice, your vote. Ahead of the primary election, some mail-in voters in Pinal County should be receiving a new supplemental ballot.
Well, this was the county's solution to correct a human error that left some ballots without municipal races.
ABC 15's Ashley Holden was able to talk to county officials and gives us an up-close look at those new ballots.
A check of your national headlines. Today, the trial of the Nicholas Cruz began today. He pleaded guilty to killing 17 people at Stoneman Douglas High School. That was in Florida in 2018. 12 jurors will decide if he should be executed. They're going to hear testimony from students and tour the sealed-off 3-story classroom where that massacre happened. The trial is expected to last for 4 months. Today, the last victim of the Highland Park parade shooting was laid to rest. Kevin McCarthy was killed on the 4th of July with his wife, Irina. They leave behind a 2-year-old with their son, Aiden. Their family says Aiden survived because Kevin had shielded him from that gunfire. And today, jury selection started in the trial of Steve Bannon. Former President Trump's former ally has been charged with defying a subpoena from the House committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Bannon was first subpoenaed last September. Last week, the committee revealed it has records showing Bannon spoke twice with Trump over the phone the day before the attack. Today, a body was recovered at Lake Pleasant after a man fell off a sailboat Saturday and never resurfaced. The identity of the body has not been released. We are expected to learn more tomorrow, but we're told that man who fell into the water this weekend was not wearing a life jacket.
Well, now to that deadly shooting in a mall food court in Indiana last night. 3 people were killed before an armed bystander stopped that gunman.
ABC's Morgan Norwood has new details about what unfolded during that time and the heroic actions of one Good Samaritan. After weeks of demanding justice, families of the 21 victims in the Uvalde mass shooting are now getting more answers on what happened inside Robb Elementary School. The Texas House Committee releasing a preliminary report on law enforcement's response, finding egregious poor decision-making on all levels. Just 5 minutes after the shooter entered the school, police officers were on scene. A total of 376 officers responded. It took 77 minutes to take him down. Dispatch was heard telling officers there were survivors. Texas DPS is now launching an investigation into their own officers' conduct as well. Today, opening statements started in the murder trial of Kristen Smart. She went missing more than 25 years ago from a college in California. And although her body was never found, a father and son were arrested in connection to her murder last year after years of being persons of interest. The son, Paul Flores, was the last person to see Smart after walking her home from a party. We're also still tracking the committee fire burning in Sedona. Take a look here. It's grown to about 300 acres after those overnight winds. It is 0% contained. The nearby trails are still closed as a precaution.
Well, still ahead, not the kind of wedding crasher you would expect. A giant wave interrupts a reception. We're going to show you the full video coming up.
Why I'm not having a beach wedding, Javier.
Smart move.
Tonight on ABC 15, catch The Bachelorette at 7 p.m., followed by Claim to Fame at 9. Then stick around for ABC 15 News at 10. Okay, you got to check out this new video. It's wild. It's from Hawaii. A giant wave caught on camera. Whoa. Yeah, slamming the coast during the wedding. That wave, Javier, turned out to be 20 feet tall. Thank goodness it didn't stop the party, but put a damper on it.
Is that a sign?
Maybe.
That might be a sign right there.
It's not good.
Yeah. All right, puppies, take it over the court at last night's Phoenix Mercury game. Check out this adorable video of these cute little ones from the Arizona Humane Society racing.
Yeah, it was Educator Appreciation Night, so they all had special names like Bill Nye and Einstein.
Well, not all the pups understood the assignment, but eventually Miss Frizzle was coaxed past the finish
There she
line
goes.
with the toy right there, the winner.
Oh,
Indeed.
oh yeah, let's go. I wonder how our dogs would do in that race.
Mine is looking for treats wherever.
Oh,
so,
same,
yeah,
same. Hey, thank you for joining us tonight. The Bachelorette is up next.
Your local news is always on the ABC 15 app. We'll see you back here at 10.